For the closing of this app, let's do a speed run of the books next to my bed. Starting with this, I don't know why this is amazing. This is amazing. Montaigu, The Promised Land of Error. So this was actually more gigantic in the original French, but because of the Inquisition, there was a whole bunch of records of how people lived in this one tiny town in 13th century France. And that's a very hard time to reconstruct. So basically, this historian knew everything there already was to know about it, read through all of these Inquisition writings against the Cathar heresy, which is a whole under like subcurrent, like who's a Cathar, who isn't, to reconstruct what life was like 700 years ago. I don't know why, but this is like a page turner. There's something about this that is so seductive. The author was not expecting this to become a bestseller, but it became a worldwide hit, and for good reason. I usually have to read a therapy book before I can read anything else. So, Dick Schwartz's "You Are the One" You've Been Waiting For is a relationship Bible by the guy who invented IFS, Internal Family Systems. My wife's a therapist, so this is kind of my way to keep up. And the other one that I'm reading at the same time is I Don't Want to Talk About It by Terrence Real. And this is an amazing book about overcoming the secret legacy of male depression and how male depression often comes out as anger. And so as someone who struggles with anger, this book has been really, really helpful to me. And I'm trying to go through each of these, slowly and do the exercises. But, my system is first I have to read one page from like my Taoist book or whatever short sacred book I'm reading. Then I have to read a couple of pages from the next sacred book in my series, which I just did a video about those, so I won't do them. Then I can get to the therapy books, and if I get through a therapy book, then I can read some novels. And the other books here that are fun is Prodigal Genius. This is the first biography that was ever done by Tesla, and it was by a friend of his and Tesla said, "You understand me better than anyone else." I've always wanted to know more about Tesla. I didn't know where to start. He's so gigantic. This is a great intro to Tesla. It's the first one ever done. It's by a guy who gets him. I'm really enjoying it so far. What a guy. This is Lattimore's Greek lyrics. We went to Athens this year, so I just wanted to read through like some of the beginnings of Greek poetry and like what's remained. Then Thackeray's Vanity Fair. I always pull up when I need a laugh. It's it's gigantic. It's gonna take me forever, but it's such a funny book. It's amazing how books that are 300 years old can just crack you up. And then here are some of the fun ones. The Taoist Secrets of Love, Cultivating Male Sexual Energy by Mantak Chia. Love Mantak Chia. Uncle Buck had a bunch of books from Mantak Chia in his library, and so his one on like general health, I used the practices, and I use that to start my day. I forgot today though. And I'm starting to use these. One way that you can do it is pee by standing on your tippy toes. That will help enhance your male sexual energy. I thought that was pretty good. And also, this is the Tibetan Arts of Love. So this is by Gerun Chopal. And so it's kind of a distillation of all of the great Tibetan sexual practices and Hindi practices. And he actually tried them out himself. So this is kind of a rundown on Buddhist sex techniques by a modern master. That's many Buddhists called the smartest Buddhist of the last century. Also, I have a book on Splendor Solis because this is one of the most important books on alchemy, especially because the illustrations are so amazing. That's how I found this. I used illustrations for my graphic novel. And so I have the tarot deck of this. I just found another Splendor Solis book in Uncle Buck's library. Very cool if you're into alchemy. I also found this in Uncle Buck's library. This is The Language of Life by Bill Moyers. He was a old presenter on PBS, and so it's just his collection of favorite poetry. I always liked like people's like best poetry collections. And then finally, I always wanted to make a video about this, didn't get to it. Babigny, 1972. So this is in French, maybe it's translated, but it is about the famous abortion trial. And all of the women, this one girl who got an abortion, got arrested, and decided to fight it with the help of all of these famous women. It's an amazing, powerful testimony to the fight it took to legalize abortion in France, and it's a very well done graphic novel. So that's what I have by my bed for now, and hopefully see you on the flip side. Maybe you want to do more companionship content like this with me on the Big Red site. I don't know what we're going to do moving forward, but maybe something.